Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Zabu Build-A-Figure Waves X Factor's Wolfsbsane! Yes, we'd gotten the New Mutants version, and now we have the X Factor version, which is the one that I've wanted, and oh man, it finally completing this team, or more or less completing the team, getting this key character over here. It's very satisfying. Thank you, Hasbro, for finally doing it. Nice image of Wolfsbane over there. All right, she looks terrified more than angry, but anyway, you can see a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. Kind of funny that they reference New Mutants, but this is her X Factor suit. There's the other figures from the wave, and then on this side you get Wolfsbane again. Marvel logo on the top instead of an X logo. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Wolfsbane out of the packaging, and she looks really good. I gotta say, I'm quite pleased with this figure. Not just completing a team, or feeling like we're getting closer to completing a team. Not just getting a key character that I've been wanting on the display show for a long time. I really, genuinely think this is a fun figure to pose around. I really like how the fur came out. I like the paint throughout on the figure, too. We get some variation over here. Bits of variation here and there. Looking pretty sweet, man. Not a lot of accessories, but that's to be expected. So let's just get a closer look at the figure. So we've seen a lot of versions of Rain Sinclair. She is a Lycan, she's a werewolf lady, and she can go full-on werewolf, or she can go into this kind of mode right over here, or go into full humanoid mode, and it's this particular version that I have been wanting to see in action figure form, and I gotta say, it looks great. The inkjet tech on that paint for the face looks awesome. Comparing it to our New Mutants version of Rain, you can see right over here, this looks a whole lot better. I do like them both, but yeah, this is the head sculpt I really like the most. I would say getting an alternate head with the screaming face would have been really cool to add, though. I really wish we had gotten something like that, too. But I think it's a really good looking head sculpt, and the paint detail and the hair looks really good. I like the sculpt of the hair and everything. So I'm very pleased with this. And then we have some nice clean deco right there. Nice attention to detail with the silver for the zipper. This upper torso is actually reused from the Polaris figure. Wish we'd gotten a lower ab crunch. We don't have that. I do like how the fur is sculpted. And you get some paint detail right here on these forearms. And the hands look really good. I didn't think at first she needed fist hands, but I do like having fist hands with the figure. So she comes with the fist hands, as well as obviously having the claw hands right there. And I just love how the fur came out. You can see even a little bit of the fur detail in the hinges right there too. Belt looks good. Buckles look nice and crisp. The lines with the blue over the yellow looks really clean to me. And then you can see the thighs and the legs look really good. I don't have that much chewing, but I do have some chewing from bending these legs up as far as I can get them. I try to pose my figures around as much as possible before I get into looking at the details so that you guys could see what kind of damage the figure has undergone since being posed around a whole bunch. You can see some more brown paint detail right here on the extra furry parts right there on the calves. Then you have these beautiful looking patas right over there for Wolfsbane, looking really nice. No peg holes at the bottom of the feet though. It's a little weird. So I do like the articulation. It could be better though, and I have seen people mod the articulation. My biggest gripe is actually with the torso, as I mentioned earlier. But anyway, you can get the head looking all the way up. I love that we have the hinge right there in the neck, and you can get her looking all the way down. You get shifting forward and back like a pile driver, bit of pivoting right there as well, and turn side to side. No butterfly joints over here. Would have been nice. You can rotate upward, but you will have to splay away from these shoulder pads right here. However, if you want her lunging forward, you can get this bicep swivel to flip over that shoulder pad a little bit, and that can help get those arms moving forward more. It is tricky to do. It's not straightforward as I would like to have. That would be more ideal, but it does help more having these claws facing forward if you want her in a lunging pose. So you could rotate around if it's splayed outward, bicep swivel, pinless double jointed elbows, all the wrists turn side to side and hinge up and down. We have a diaphragm cut here that does turn side to side, it does pivot, but it barely crunches forward. It's one of those kind of shifting forward joints more than even crunching forward. Moves back, but it just doesn't move forward enough for me, so that does bum me out. I do like that we have the belt sculpted on here, so that's not floating around and moving. You get the hips that move outward very far. Now, if you're going to get her to kick forward, it's going to just move that far. Like, just straight forward, it only moves that much. But if you can twist that joint around because it's on a ball joint in there. And if you twist it outward like that, you can get her kicking forward more and then utilize that upper thigh cut. And then now you have a bit more range of movement kicking forward like that. It sticks out just a little bit, as you could see, so that's a bit annoying. This is not ideal, and it will scuff up and give you some lines, in dents right here in the upper thigh. Is it worth it? It's up to you, but you will technically damage this figure by doing this, but you'll get your poses. Depends on how bad you want those poses. Anyway, you get the upper thigh cut, as I already showed. The double jointed knees, due to the extra fur on the back of the calf right there, you can only get them bent in that far. I wish we could get that moving in more so. Then you also get the ankles that move down. They do move up, and they move up very well, and she has beautiful ankle pivot. And I measure out this new Wolfsbane figure. You can see that she is standing up to about 6.5 inches tall to the tippy points of her Wolverine-like hair. Then for a Hasbro furry figure comparison, you can see we have the Jackal, we have the Beast retro card version, we have the new released Tigra figure from the West Coast Avengers set, and then we have the Build-A-Figure Ursa Major right there. I really thought they were going to reuse the Tigra figure to make this. Now, they did reuse the hands and the feet from Tigra to make this new Wolfsbane figure, but the whole figure has way more fur on it than the Tigra figure, which I just think works so much better for Wolfsbane. And for a Wolfsbane comparison, you can see our New Mutants Wolfsbane figure right here, which was the Danny Moonstar figure with the alternate heads. And then we have not Marvel Legends, but this is a Toy Biz Lord of the Rings wolf figure, and I've used this as my Wolfsbane, but yeah, now I'm going to use her as the Wolfsbane. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to do the head swap over here. It doesn't look awful. If you wanted to put this head on this one, that would work. If you wanted to do that, you'd have to repaint this head sculpt to make it match better, but if you like that head more, yeah, you can make it work. And then here's Wolfsbane next to our initial X Factor team. We have the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure, we have Multiple Man, you can see we have Polaris right here, and you can see the similarities with those upper torsos right there being the same. And then we have Havoc and Quicksilver, and if I remember right, yeah, it was Forge and Siren came in later, and then Random even after. And then here's Wolfsbane next to the other figures from this wave that I've already reviewed. We have the Black Winter Thor, Superior Iron Man, Kazar, Red Widow, and Cable. And then here's Wolfsbane next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Guys, enjoyed watching this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. If you liked it as much as I did, well, hey, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're old here and you haven't subscribed yet, I'd appreciate it. Those numbers definitely help. And thank you guys so much for watching, and an ultra big thank you to those who support this content on membership and Patreon. This figure is just something I've been wanting for a very long time, and I really think Hasbro delivered with it. I wish that I could move the legs up without scuffing up the thighs on the figure or the hip area of the figure. So that's my biggest gripe with it, to be honest with you. But aside from the and the diaphragm cut, it's still fairly new that they add 2 torso joints to the female figures. We've only gotten that 2 times, right? With the Sharon Carter and with the Black Widow. So yeah, seeing that happen more would be great. And for this particular character, I would really love to have had that. So that's also a bummer. But aside from those things, I really like the figure a lot. Yeah, there's things that could have been done better with it. Give us a little bit more range of movement with those legs. Maybe an alternate screaming head sculpt like the Ruckus wants. Always 2 for every figure. I like that idea. This would have worked for this one. Screaming face would have been great, damn it. But yeah, for the most part, though, I gotta say, I am very happy. I really like this figure a lot. And at the price point of around $25, I'm gonna give Wolfsbane a stud rating of I love it! And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,